The light was blinking overhead. He looked around. A strange room, one that evaded any attempts in his memories to identify. The dull, single-lit light bulb above not helping, only illuminating himself and the silver metal table from where he sat. He didn't know what to think, just the thoughts of someone in his bedroom grabbing him, and then him waking in this room. A voice over an intercom demanding him to sit moments before. A creak came now from across the room, and footsteps slowly began to creep toward his position. His heart started to race. The dark figure of a man striding toward him sent a chill down his spine.
It's good to see you again.
The figure went.
Dr. Latham, I thought you were...
Instructing Nick's class, we finished yesterday, then I ordered my men to bring you to me.
Why's that?
Dip went. His mind twisted for why his longtime friend would betray him.
I want to know the location and being you made contact with. I believe his name is Allos. I want to know about the world he brought you to in the smoke.
Dip sat back, not knowing where to begin for this conversation.
It's a dark world, with terrible, terrible creatures. Allos was there with us, separated at first, but we came together at the end. We tried leaving, then an animal attacked us. Allos distracted it, running away with the creature following, allowing me and my partner Nick to escape.
I could hear my feet break against the stone ground below me, the earth nearly shaking as a creature that weighed a ton chased me through the vast wasteland. I wanted to think of Will, Nick, even my old friend Dip, look around my shoulder and see that they had vanished in the smoke, but I was not giving the opportunity. I continued to run for my life, as any second to stop would give the creature behind me an attempt on my life. I started to stretch out my strides, not knowing when the pursuit would end. Ahead of me was nothing but a vast wasteland, with myself not familiar enough to make a plan to evade this creature using resources around me. Suddenly, I heard another roar. A creature not from behind me, but beside. I peered my head over. Another large creature, putting itself up on two large legs with a head full of razor-sharp teeth, ran parallel to me on my left. I started to drift right, knowing I needed to get distance from this creature as well. I continued to peer ahead, my legs now feeling strained as I'd been running for the last 5 minutes. I then could see the top of cliffs ahead of me, the sheer, steep rock face dead on in my path. I kept running towards it, a thought of panic in my mind, knowing it would only become an obstacle in a minute. I looked to my side again, the parallel creature now nearly behind me, closing the gap with every second that passes. I need a miracle now, a thought in my mind passed. I was now running against the rock face, the dark beige stones being a constant reminder of the pain they were causing. Then I saw an opening in the rock face, a small hole from where I could sneak into. I looked behind me, both of the trailing creatures eyeing me down, their intent to end me more clearer than ever, with patience running out. I rushed toward the opening, now only 50 yards in front of me. The steps behind me got closer and closer, and then I turned my body, sneaking into the hole as the first creature rushed past, his stomps causing the roof of the cave I stood in to crash with dust. The other creature stopped right before the opening, lowering its head and peering in at me, butting its head against the opening. It let out a roar, striking my eardrums as the blade-like teeth made me stay still. It then wandered off, as I retreated into the cave. I explored for an hour, realizing the cave led up to the top of the mountain. A small home system could be used for inhabitants small enough. Soon enough, I reached the top, looking out to the vast plains that took up the land. In the distance, I could now see another mountain, this one striking me from how it was shaped. It appeared to be twisted, almost like a twig being snapped in multiple pieces, with small fragments still being attached. But this mountain was ginormous, reaching the red-streaked clouds above. If Galen has a home in this deserted place, I would think it would be there, I muttered to myself. Stories the Indians would tell me. I also knew I wouldn't have long till this place was completely dark, that I would have to find resources to survive the night. I stumbled away from the cave system that had protected me, doing my best to remember a path to return to. A walk of around 5 minutes passed before I had found what I was looking for upon the heights of the mountain I stood on. A bush, barely taller than me, holding the fruit I needed. I approached cautiously, then reaching in, plucking the fruit from upon a branch, pulling the bush along, and then watched as it lit up. I stumbled back, almost in shock, as thousands of small bugs filled with a blue neon light emerged and took off flight from the branches of the bush. Then, as a flock of birds migrated as one to another nearby bush, I moved back to the original bush, not noticing any more of the light bugs as I plucked another fruit, this one more plump than the other. Within moments, my body carried all of the food it could, and I trekked back to camp. I found a small hole in the cave system, leading to the main opening within a few steps. I dropped the fruit to the floor, some dust kicking up as I stepped back and lied against the rocks. "How is home?" I spoke out, waiting for a response. I waited, not receiving any sign of him. "You were born here. This planet is connected to you. I know you can hear me." I went again.
I do hear you, Allos.
A smile came across my face, a sense of relief upon hearing my escape plan. "Glad to see you got home safe, Will."
Dip, what kind of things does Allos want to do to this planet?
Dr. Lightom asked Dip, himself sipping the cup of water he had requested.
He wants to live in peace. He's not here to cause harm.
Dip replied, answering Latom's question without knowing the full answer for himself.
Don't protect him, Dip. You're a good man. He's not a good creature. He's lied to you, and it hurts to see it.
Latom replied to him.
And how's that?
Dip questioned Latom, calling the bluff that he himself has said in a similar position. Latom then tossed an object at the table, clanking against the metal as it came to focus for Dip. He looked at the pale object, the skull of a fox with 3 horns rising upon the crest of its head.
What is that?
Dip asked him.
New resident of California, something we believe is one of the freaky things Allos has brought into this planet.
Latom spoke, Dip staring at the skull of a creature he could only imagine, wondering if Latom could be telling the truth.